you've got to find a way to make people know that you are there. Today, I will talk about SEO, how to optimize your Odoo website for search engine. Hello, I'm Alexandre Pullman. I'm business analyst and website and e-commerce expert at Odoo. So let's imagine you are selling drones. You want to sell them online because for the moment you only sell them offline. You want to sell them online because having a new website to sell your drones will be a good idea. It would help you reduce the cost of, for example, an office or a shop. What would you do to launch your company online? I would go on Google and type something like buy drone. First result that you see are all the paid results. So people pay to be there and they pay X cents or euro every time someone clicks on the ads. If you don't want to pay, you can also do organic. Organic means that you don't pay per click, but you just try to be the best on those specific results. This is SEO. So what is SEO? I just talked about it. But SEO is try to improve the search engine ranking. It also tries to answer the user search. So it means that if I type buy drone, a Google or another search engine, I say Google because it represents more than 90% of the search online, their goal is to put the most relevant content and website compared to the search that the user just did. The algorithm that shows the results is based on many axes that we don't really know. We don't know the exact criteria, but we know that the authority of the website has an impact. So do you have a lot of traffic? The relevance of the content, the quality of the content, the information, the relevance compared to the search, and also the technical optimization. The site needs to be fast and user-friendly. So why would you do SEO? Why would you like to be the first one on Google? Because if you are well optimized in terms of SEO, you will increase the visibility, you will increase the traffic, but you will also increase the revenue that you're making. Because if you are more visible on Google, you get more traffic, and the most traffic that you get on your website, if you are selling product on an e-commerce, then you're gonna get more sales. If you are in B2B and that you are just suggesting quotes to the people, if you have more traffic, then you will have more quotes and more revenue. So you try to be the first and on the first page. Why? Because as we say, the best place to hide a dead body is the page 2 of Google. So have you ever been on the second page of Google? Maybe, sometimes, but most of the time you stay on the first page and maybe the first or second results. In SEO, we have 3 pillars. The first one is the technical. The second one is the linking, and the third one is the content. The first one, the technical, is all about the technicality of the website. So Odoo manages everything about the technical pillars. The only thing that you can do is to adapt the size of your image. When I say that Odoo manages everything, it means the speed, the linking structure, the dead links, the HTTPS, the technical part, the architecture, and everything is managed within Odoo. You also have a second part that is the redirection. The redirection is automatically done by Odoo. So for example, if you change the name of the product, the new URL will be created with the new name of the product. We also do use Bootstrap. So Bootstrap helps us to have a responsive design. So it means that all the building blocks adapt to the screen size. So you don't have any problem on mobile compared to the desktop view. We also have the sitemap and the robots.txt. The sitemap is a file where you can find all the information about the pages, the files, the video, and all about the relation between them. and the robots.txt is a text file made for search engine to help them, and guide the crawler that they use to really see all the content of your website. Now about the linking. Linking is managed outside Odoo. So the thing is that you cannot do any linking inside Odoo, but if you can be referred on a big website, like a website with a lot of authority, lot of traffic, and if it can be relevant to your audience, for example, if you sell drone, then it can be a newsletter, newspaper about drone, for example, that can be really good to be referred on those websites, because it will put a link on their website to your website, and this will tell Google, okay, this website with a lot of authority, accept that this other website about drones is a good website. What you can also do is to link your website to your social media. It will make link between your social media to your website, and it's good in terms of SEO. So now it's done about the linking part. Now we can talk about the content. Content is what the search engine used to fulfill user intent. So really, when you type, if I take my example, buy drone, everything that Google and the other search engine will do is try to fulfill my intent. So they will show me the most relevant website compared to what I typed. To do that, we have 3 parts. The first part is to optimize all about the page. So you can optimize the title, the description, the keywords. But you can also optimize the images. So you can put alt tags, title tags. Those will help Google to understand what appear on your image, because Google for the moment is not able to read the images. I say Google, but it's about all the search engines. Second part is write content. So try to have one search query per page. And you have to adapt the keywords in the text and in the title, but also the internal linking between the different pages. For example, when I say one search query per page, it means that, for example, Yamaha, they sell piano, but they also sell motorbikes. They cannot make a page with piano and motorbikes because for the search engine, it will be a total mess. So you can build one page about powerful motorbikes and one page about piano. And then, for example, when people will type, nobody types piano and motorbike, so this page will never appear. So about the blogs. You can also write blogs in order to gain SEO traffic. Try to write blog articles. It takes some time, but it can really bring a lot of traffic to your website. You can search and adapt the keywords that you're going to use. And you can also try to create appealing content. For example, our company sells drone. We can try to create an article about the regulation of drones in Brussels, for example. But we can also create an article about comparison of different types of drones. Now it's time for the demo. Okay, in the demo, as I just said, we can improve the page. So if I go to site and then optimize SEO, now here is what appears on Google for the moment for this specific page, like the home page of my website. If we want to change that, we are able to. So let's say our company is called Beautiful Drones to Sell, for example. And then, so this will now appear on Google for this specific page. You can also add a description, beautiful drone to sell in Brussels. For example, if you want to sell them in Brussels, equipped with camera and large battery, for example. So now this is what's going to appear on Google. And we have another thing that we can do is all the keywords. So if we type, for example, drone, we click on add, and here the tool will tell you where the word drone is written on your page. For example, here it's H1, H2. Those are titles from the HTML. So as I said, used in used in page second level heading, for example. So we see that for the moment we have the word drone in the description and in the content. They also suggest other keywords, for example, drone with camera, drone for sales, and a lot. So you can just add them and see where those keywords are on your page. This can help you understand better what related keyword you can add. Another part, as I said, is about the images. If you click on an image, you will have here the description and the tooltip. For example, here, as I told you, this part is really to help the search engine understand what's on the picture, but can also help, for example, when you go on Google and you type drone, if you type here drone, it will help that this image could be the first one you see on the search engines. So for example, beautiful drone. And here the tooltip is about giving a title to this specific page. And here I put a person holding drone, for example. I save. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the redirection. So you need to be in debug mode to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You go to the settings. And here you can activate the developer mode. I already did, so I don't have to click on there. Now I click on redirect. And I'm going to create a redirect. For example, it's really helpful when you change platform. So for example, if you come from another platform to Odoo, some of your URL won't work anymore. But you could have a link to those URL in emails, on your Facebook page or whatever. You can redirect those page. So for example, you can select here if you want to give it a not found, to move permanently, temporarily, or redirect, rewrite. In this case, we will move them permanently. And let's say your old URL was /magasin, and now the URL in Odoo is /shop. You can do that and give it a name, redirect, magasin to shop, and save. So now, it means that if I go on the website, and I type /magasin, it will lead me directly to the shop page. Okay, I go back. Okay. So that was it for the redirection. As I said, everything that's about redirection of changing name of a product, for example, everything that is done automatically by Odoo. This is really helpful when you change platform. Now, if I go to the settings, and I want to show you the sitemap and the robot.txt. So for example, here I can edit the robot.txt. That will help me, for example, to disallow a page. It means that I say to Google, okay, you don't have to visit this page because I don't want this page to be on Google. So for example, a thank you page. So it means that if you have a form to contact, when you complete the form, you arrive on a new page that's called thank you page, for example. If this page is /thank you, you don't really want people to get directly to that page. So you don't want to be you want that page, to be disallowed to Google. So you can just write as I did and save. So it means that the thank you page won't be on Google. And you can also submit the sitemap to Google clicking here. Okay, so now we have a last part that's really important for the SEO. I already talked about it. It's the blogging part. So I already created some blog articles, and you can, by clicking here, for example, new blog post. I already have some, so I will use one that I already created. So for example here, which drone to buy in 2022. It's really important that you get this. So for example, here, which drone to buy in 2022, you have to use the keywords in your titles and in your content to make sure that it will help Google to understand that this page is talking about the drones. What you can do when writing blog is you can use the slash, as they say, type slash for comments, slash, and then h1, for example. That means that's the heading 1. And then we can type which drone to buy, the best drone to buy. Is beautiful drone. Like this, you can optimize all the content of your website and also about the specific blog article. Okay. So now I talked about the blog. So you can structure with the slash everything about the headings, but also every HTML. So for example, bullet list, table, quote, everything you can use the slash for. Try to put your keywords in the title and in the content. So now, as a reminder, in SEO, we have 3 pillars. The technical pillar, which is mainly managed by Odoo. The linking pillar, which is try to be referred on the other website. And the content, which is optimize all your title, alt tags, and everything on the page and on the images as we've just seen. But you also have to adapt everything on the content in terms of blog, but also about all the pages, and really put your keywords in the headings and in the content to make sure that you appear on Google. We also made some improvement on V16 on a technical part, because that's something that you cannot change. We did some changes and improved. So please join the talk, speed up your website with a new fragment cache that's happening right now. Thank you for your attention and have a good day. Can be linked to my keyword that I type. So for example, I put drone, drone with camera. I don't know if you see well. With camera, drone de play. I don't know exactly. Some words are not really linked to it, but it's just, as I said, an analyzing tool. So it won't add the keywords into your content. It's just to tell you, okay, your keyword is present in here and here and here. I can just click, and then they will tell me, okay, drone deploy is nowhere in your page. But that's an analyzing tool.
Well, these are results from Google search. And basically, yeah, you see where the content is in your page, where the keywords is in your page.
OK.
OK. Yes.
Oui. Donc, j'ai un PBN, c'est un Private Block Network. Est-ce que je peux changer l'adresse IP des sites web?
Ça, on pourra en parler avec les experts techniques au booth juste après, mais j'ai pas la réponse.
D'accord. Yeah. Est-ce que vous êtes un registraire pour les noms de domaine? Est-ce que vous proposez plusieurs CCTLD ou vous revendez un registre? You are a register pour les noms de domaine?
No, we offer one domain name. But if you want multiple domain names, if you have multiple websites, you have to register your domain name on another platform and then link it to Odoo. And the first question was for the non-French speaking person in this room was, is it possible to change the IP address of a website, which is, well, technically might be possible, but we don't offer that on the SaaS.
But you can technically make 100 websites on one database, right?
Yeah,
so there's no limit there. Okay.
There is no limit in the number of websites you can do. The only limit is the size of the database at some point.
That's another question. How many products could I add in one database? I work with 10 million products.
Well, there might be a technical limit in the number of products you might use on your database, but for like performance reason, well, if you display that many products on a website, you might need to tweak the system to improve the performance. But you can have as many records on the database. So technically, as many products as possible.
On Odoo Online, Odoo SaaS should be possible to put million products, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. We don't hear you.
Hello. Hello, Alexandre. I have a quick question. Should I use to improve my SEO as many keywords as possible, or or it would be counterproductive to use too many?
I didn't hear the last part of your sentence. Sorry.
Would it be good in terms of SEO to add as many keywords as possible?
Different keywords?
As many.
Yeah, but different or the same keyword but everywhere?
No, let's say different.
No. As I said, you should really have one page per user intent. So if I write a page about piano, motorbikes, and Odoo experience and everything, I will never be ranked well on Odoo, except if I'm Wikipedia, for example, because it's really important to have one page per user intent. And nobody, I don't know, your example, you shouldn't put as many as you want. You should really focus on a specific topic per page.
Okay, but hundreds of drones keywords would be stronger than 10, for example.
If there are like synonyms, you could, but I wouldn't recommend to put too many keywords that are totally different. I think you should really focus on one specific, and maybe you could focus on drones and put it like local to have like a drone in Brussels, for example, if you have a shop in there. I think it could be interesting to really put like the local part into your page.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, sometimes Google considers if you have a page with the two languages, it considers the translated page as a duplicate. So I saw this in the past. I was wondering if Odoo adds the necessary meta tags already when I have, for example, two languages in the header, or if something that I had to inject within the head by myself by adding a custom code.
Okay, so the question is, if you have a page in multiple language, does Google index each page as being the same one, as duplicate content?
Yes, in the past it happened in the website. Yeah.
Now it's managed, so basically Google will index only one language.
Okay.
Or, well, index each language, but as its own language, not as a duplicate one. And also if you have multiple websites with the same page, if you have one website with multiple domain names, because you have the odoo.com domain and your custom domain. As soon as you add your own custom domain, well, we basically use canonical tag to basically tell Google that the domain with your custom domain is the one that should be indexed, and not the odoo.com domain name.
Okay, I see. And yeah, you talked about the meta tag canonical.
Yeah.
There are many. Is there, like in the UI of Odoo, the possibility to add the?
No.
Okay.
No, this use case is managed in the code directly.
Okay.
But it's not possible in the user interface to add a canonical tag. It's possible to do it in the code, but not in the user interface.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I have a question concerning the description and tooltip of images. Is it punishing if they are the same, or does Google not care?
I didn't hear well what you said. Can you speak a bit louder, please?
Of course. Concerning the description and tooltip of the image which you showed, is it punishing? Is it a bad thing if they are the same?
I don't believe it's a bad thing, because they could be the same. I don't think it's a bad thing to do that.
They serve a different purpose. One is to basically reference your image, so give a way to Google to index an image and display this image in image search result, and the other one is to really add a legend on a picture. So it's not the same purpose. So it's not a bad thing if you have the same information on both.
Okay, thank you.
One more question, and then we will have to finish the Q&A. But we are available here after this talk.
Have you tested with Google PageSpeed your sites? And second, and about schema and other optimization, like page, sitemap?
Okay, about the Google Page Insight, yeah, we did the test, and you can do the test for every website that you want. We have better results on desktop than on mobile, for sure. But as I said, the results, depending on what you put on your website as well, but the results are quite good on desktop, a bit less on mobile, but that's the game, and that's for every website. But you can, Page Insight is accessible for everybody, so you can test all the website. And also, when you're working on your website, you'll be able to test it directly if you need.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So if you have more questions, we will be available
At the booth.
or here after the talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.